Hello everyone, or good morning. Okay, I usually do this in the morning, that's why I said good morning. Now, this is being sitting in the fridge overnight. Now, I really love the Lagostina pots, not just because I'm Italian, but it makes a really beautiful, solid, and it's just, there's something about the cast iron. Okay, so what you're seeing is right there. Look how beautiful and white and clean. Now, I love these knives too. The handle, they could have not cheaped out on the handle and have a wood handle, but the blades are still very sharp. So, what you need to do to purify it. Now, I really love this because in the olden days, or for the last 25 years, that's why I've been having a difficult time with time, is that I've been using the slow cooker. Yeah, well, that is effective when you have very, very small batches to do, and you have a lot of time on your hands. Now, the first thing you'll notice is if the product or tallow is clean, is that as soon as you punch in and the water starts to come to the surface, now look how beautiful. Oh, look how beautiful. And see, this is the only impurity that we have right there. See that? So what this is the knife too, I do is just scrape it off like this. And as you can see, it comes off. Okay, very, very easily. That is your impurity. That is pieces of meat. Could be basically anything and everything. And you want to just basically do this. Okay, what I use sometimes is I dip it back into the water to take that last thing out. Now, a lot of people use salt to do this too. I'm not a fan of that because I gotta do it 8 times. And by the time I do that, it'd just be a big blob of salt. So, you still can do without the salt. It still happens. Now, another thing that you need is, I'm using distilled water right now. It seems to be the best because then you're just taking out mineral, all the stuff better out of the product than mineral water, but nevertheless has to be very good water. So as you can see, for that entire pot that I possibly have, I don't even know how many kilos. I could weigh it out, but let me see. I could tell you I have 1/4 here, so I'm gonna turn this on my scale and it gives me 500 grams, so that's a half a kilo. Yeah, so I got a half a kilo. Yeah, like 2 kilos of tallow. And so I'm going to use at least 1.5 liters. If I usually like 2 liters, but a liter minimum is what I need. What I usually judge minimum is that as long as it arrives up to here. And I noticed even if I fill these 2 kilos because they're solid, and of course once you do this, you got to make sure you got it all. Okay, see how much nicer now that it's even in the water? It fills up that entire container. But the best part about it is once it's melted, look at this big black thing, right? So this is the impurities that we don't want. That's what makes our tallow smell like you just had a cow pouring all over your body. We don't want that. And so like I was saying earlier, I love this Viva. I seem to, for some reason, even my printer there for the label is Viva. And they're very durable equipment. I need durable equipment. So then you rinse out like that. And see, beautiful. Look what a beautiful, nice, thick piece. And yeah, so I found that no matter what, by the time it liquefies, it is perfect. Now, I found that because of the water, you definitely have to increase the temperature. So it's about a 122, 125 Fahrenheit, because we definitely want this stuff to melt completely, and we definitely want to separate the toxins. Now, because, like I said, because of the water, it's much more higher than it will usually melt. So, tallow is extremely important if you're going to make, there we go. Look how beautiful that is. Now, as you can see, this piece goes right in there, no problem. Okay? Now, I'm going to, no, it's plugged in on this one. Okay, excellent. Good thing I changed it already. So, as you can see, it's basically halfway in here. It's not at the beginning. So, I do believe it is 132. Yeah, it's 132. So it is not as low. As low as it goes is about 95, 92. So I really love that, because I do have things that do not want to get higher than that. So, and it's very good once you put it on a solid thing. So if you're going to put it on any shelving, make sure that you have something that it actually grabs on and sticks onto. It's very easy to use. You push the button, the light comes on. Next thing you know is, in about a half hour, it's going to be totally melted. Took me a while to figure out which temperature I have to go through before it melted, but yeah, I just now leave it like this, and this is done. Now, by the time, once that is done and it's melted, I pour it back into with the water and everything back into this pot, once this pot is being cleaned and rinsed. And as you can see, the water, and there's some pieces of the tallow, but I just don't bother with it, because usually are the pieces that are toxins, as you can see, with toxins already, and you got to really clean it and everything else. You're going to lose about 5%. I could spend another 5 minutes and get every single piece and put it in there, as it is precious. As you can see, these little pieces here, but you see, this is what I'm talking about. You'll have to spend time cleaning it, right? So it all depends if you have the time to clean it and how many pieces are you actually going to be saving, how much you're saving. But nevertheless, this is basically the process. You put it back into the pot, and then with the lid, because you want a lid, you don't want to get any flavors from your fridge or refrigerator, and put it basically again for about 24 hours. I like to sometimes leave it for 2 days, so it's really, really nice and hard, and it really separates well. This is a very important process that has to happen for it to be. And then you do it, and again and again and again. I do it about 8 times, because this is when I know guaranteed that there is no way, even once it gets burned into my massage candle, the tallow is not going to smell, and you're not going to smell like dead kill. Okay? You're still going to get all the benefits from the tallow. It is the closest to our cells when it comes to the requirements that we need. So it has a 3-6-9 balance. I don't just use cow tallow, I use lamb and mutton, because it is much more superior in the 3-6-9. So this is extremely important. So the cow does have 3-6-9, but not as beautiful ratio, and it's not as high quality fat, I find, for myself. So this is that. Now let me show you around. How do we do this? Show you around. how do we show you around? Do I have to stop the thing? Okay, well, this is how I'm going to do it then. Okay, so this is what you're looking at. Don't look at my, this is what the stand is. What you're looking at is basically these sets. These are my sets that I am working on. And what you're looking at is my different sizes. So right now, like I mentioned, I'm doing the regular size. And that is the way I calculate it is by mils, because at the end of the day, it's liquid, goes in liquid, and you have a vessel that holds liquid and is measured in liquid. So the face massage, I always go from the size of the massage from the face. So that's what I count, 100 mils. And then the 200 mils is for the body. I usually always double it. And of course, there's the aromatherapy essential candle. And then of course there's the mini, and I'm going to be doing a lot of little mini. So that's a little mini espresso. Then of course there is the same size up that we have for the female coffee is for the men's espresso. Of course it can be for women espresso if they love espresso. And that is, again, we're looking at the 100 mils and then the 200 and the 50 mil candle. And I have 2 sets of those. And of course then we're looking at the stainless steel set, man or woman. And why I love the stainless steel is because it's very durable and will last a very long time after even after you use it for a while. So this is actually might not be with this candle, but it might be. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. But we're looking at the next size up from there, because it might not look like it, but this is actually 350 for the body, and now we're looking at 200 for the face. And of course, this I still haven't decided if I'm going to do. First of all, a lot of testing has to still go on. And this is the 500 mil for the body. This, of course, we have the big candle that is over 250 mils. And then we will have the creamer. I haven't found the perfect creamer for the set yet. But basically, these will be the different sizes. And of course, the theme is the espressos and coffee. So is the scent with a little bit of the twitch here and there that I'm not going to let my secret out. And I still have 2 more sets that are the miniature sets that are the introduction set. But oh my God, are they gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're more like a home decor, but it's still absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you saw my other video, this is my first order for a bridal. And so this is the massage tools that I already wrapped. The face massage and the body massage are going to go in a bag, because I'm in such a big hurry. That's the only bag I have for it. I have to put it in some sort of padding, because it's going to go in a box with my other glass play things. Of course, it's going to include roll-on Mega Moisturizer roll-on too. We got the stickers, and of course every one is a little party favor, a 10 ml of the Mega Moisturizer. So if like I said, so you can see some of my notes, my formulas, even my labels. So before all of this started, it was, you got to make a plan and have some sort of idea of what you're going to do and then execute it. And it has to be all in your head first. Yeah, I hate to say it. And then of course you put it down on paper, so you have your names, your idea, your labels, how much stock you gotta get, what kind of stock, what mileage. Then of course the ingredients, the formula, and how you're going to execute it. And of course you're going to have to do some testing and so forth. So I hope that was good information and you liked it. And of course, before I forget, I did set up the web. Now, if you do put your email in my store. That is the Mega Moisturizer Turkey Neck Roll-On dot store on Shopify, or the Eva Scargone Piantoni Cosmetic Company, still on Shopify. There's two different sites, but they both have the pre-order. If you want to pre-order your candles, and if you leave your email in the mailbox before the launch, you will get a 50% coupon. Okay, so remember that. I haven't made a page that you have to put all that information. You're going to have to go onto the site. You can see that I have the 3 products. I have the turkey roll-on and the kit. And you just go there. As you can see, there's the barcodes. And one is for Amazon, but you got to purchase the product. If you go onto my Shopify, there's a pre-order for the candles. There is really no pictures except a picture of me and maybe a couple example of what it might look like. But nevertheless, leave your email and you get a 50% coupon for your first purchase. Okay? And that's about it. Alrighty then. See you soon. See what happens when you're old and you don't have knowledge of technology?